The Sixers gave their fans a Christmas gift by beating the Boston Celtics behind great games from Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Caleb Martin, and many others on the team. We're going to talk about what that game means for the season and where the Sixers go from here moving forward. So, without further ado, here's the intro. What's going on, Cliffhangers? We are back with another video. We have reached 1,000 subscribers. Again, thank y'all for that. 1,000 subscribers, man. I don't know. It just looks dope on the channel. But we are in our final day. No, we were in our final day of the 12 Days of Cliffmas Christmas giveaway. It was an amazing giveaway. I thank everybody who participated, who supports me, who engaged with the content. I appreciate y'all so much. But we're going to announce the winner of that signed, autographed Dr. J jersey and that Seance Sixers hoodie, and that winner is Roddy TV. Congratulations, you have won an autographed Dr. J jersey with the Seance hoodie. So make sure you get in contact with me somewhere on socials so we can get that shipped out to you. I'm excited. Congratulations. The giveaway is now over. I don't know what to do, but we are on the road to 5K subscribers now. So make sure you are hitting that like button. You hit that subscribe button down below. Give me 100 likes on this video. Join the Discord. Join the community. The Cliffhangers, man. Make sure you're hitting that Discord link below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the Sixers beat the Boston Celtics yesterday on Christmas Day, 118-114. We're going to start off with Tyrese Maxey, the best player on the court yesterday by far. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Like I said, Tyrese was the best player on the court by far outside of that last 5 minutes. But it was just an amazing game from him. And I know we talked about that bad stretch that we talked about Tyrese Maxey having earlier in the season without Joel Embiid, without Paul George. But like I said myself, he wasn't playing bad basketball. He just wasn't knocking down the shots that we as fans are accustomed to. And I kind of knew that's what it was. But he committed himself to doing other things that would help the team, like getting steals, being very committed on defense, being able to guard, going out there and guarding the bigger wings and the bigger guards in the NBA. Also being a better playmaker. Like I said, in multiple games, he should have had 10+ assists just because he was making the right read the way defenses were playing him as far as kicking it out, finding the open man, and just being a better playmaker, right? But as I always said, the Sixers were not a consistent enough three-point shooting team for it to matter. Now, he wasn't hitting his open shots. I said that was a problem, but I also said that was attributed to probably him gaining the muscle. He just had to get used to it. And I think we are here, right? He's used to the muscle. He's knocking down the shots. He has his touchback. It seems like he's hitting a lot of his floaters. He's finishing at the rim better. And he has now added that to his commitment on defense, to his commitment to be a better playmaker. 12 assists yesterday, was the leading scorer as well. And we're just finally see Tyrese Maxey take that leap that we were all expecting him to take in the offseason. I don't know why we doubt him anymore. He has shown us countless times, time and time again, that he is going to take that leap. He is going to be committed to do whatever he can to become a better basketball player. He went into the offseason understanding that he had to become a better playmaker, especially with the addition of Paul George, because he would be on ball a lot more and sometimes float off ball. He had to be a better defender, so he went on and gained some weight because he knew he was going to have to guard Jayson Tatum's and Jaylen Brown's and the bigger guards in the NBA and the bigger wings, and he knew he was going to have to take on that responsibility. But that shows leadership, that shows accountability, that shows responsibility, and that shows just the will to want to be the best basketball player that he can be. And we always knew that is what Tyrese Maxey was. He just had that rough stretch earlier, but he has finally showed it throughout these last stretch of games. Just him, I'm more encouraged because of the assists and what he has shown on defense, right? He has shown that he has become a really, really good perimeter defender, no matter what the size is. I remember there was a clip of him guarding Franz Wagner. Now we've seen him have played pretty good defense on Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and I'm just encouraged by that from Tyrese Maxey in a huge win yesterday where they absolutely needed it. And he looked like the best player on the court on both sides and looked like he was unstoppable. There was even a quote where I think he scored and he told Sam Hauser he had to get out the game because he couldn't guard him. But I love that from Tyrese Maxey, man. And hopefully he looks like the all-star Maxey that we're used to, the all-NBA Maxey that we're used to. Hopefully he can keep this stretch up and win that all-NBA award. I'm sorry, not the all-NBA award. Hopefully he can keep this up and get on the all-NBA list or the all-NBA team. Joel Embiid looked really good yesterday. I said once he got ejected, I was like, oh, in the game before, I'm like, all right, yeah, bro, he got ejected. protected so he can be fresh for this Boston Celtics game on Christmas Day. And he looked really good, man. Like he did have his times where it just looked like slow, sluggish Joel Embiid in some of these offensive possessions in the third quarter. But other than that, he looked great. The thing with the Sixers is that I really noticed as soon as the game started and I looked at the rosters and I'm watching them play, and I'm like, oh, the Sixers match up really well with the Boston Celtics as far as wings and being able to defend on the perimeter. And that's mainly because of Joel Embiid and his ability to stay in front of players like Jayson Tatum and still be able to guard the big guys like Kristaps Porzingis or Al Horford or whoever the Celtics want to throw out there. But he has the ability to still contest at the rim, while if the Boston Celtics do their whole drive and kick thing, he has the ability and the athleticism to get out and close out on shooters. And that's why I think the Sixers really match up well versus this Celtics team, even though the Celtics, because all they want to do is drive, kick, and shoot threes, and it's so annoying to watch. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I hate watching them. I think they made 8 shots and 9 of them were 3-pointers to start the game, and I'm like, or 7 were threes, and they took 8 shots. I'm like, bro, what am I watching right now? But other than that, Joel Embiid, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. He was passing the ball pretty well, even though he only had 2 assists. He was kind of getting some hockey assists, getting players. There was a specific moment on where he got double teamed in the post and he kicked it out, and it was just like a Sixers swing, wide open 3. That was really encouraging to see. But it looks like they are finally understanding it, and they are finally coming together. And it looked like before the game, like Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid, they probably had a conversation like, all right, y'all, we need to lock in for this game. We need to go out here. We got to get this dub. This is an important game. It's probably the biggest win of the season so far for the Sixers, and it kind of tracks up to where they need to go going from here. Now on to Paul George. I said it yesterday, like he kind of struggled yesterday, but I said it on Twitter. He's still trying to find his way and where he wants to be, or the player he wants to be when the Sixers are fully healthy, or when they have their big 3 of him, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey. And I think he's kind of leaning into that. Okay, I'm going to be the playmaker. I'm going to get everybody open looks. I'm going to get other people open shots. I'm going to make sure that I can collapse the defense, kick it out, do whatever I need to do to get other guys in a rhythm, so that we can just spread the ball out and just continue to have constant ball movement, which is fine. But at some point, he is going to have to start making shots on a consistent basis. I don't know when that's going to be, and he also has to pick better spots in which he wants to take those shots, because yesterday it was just all out of whack. He kind of seems like he still doesn't know when to attack, when to be aggressive in the offense, which is cool. Like, I get it. It's a new team, new system. He has to learn everything over again. But like, it was a time in the the fourth quarter, where I said, okay, Nick Nurse has to get like Paul George and Joel Embiid back to this game, because the Celtics cut the lead to 11. I'm like, all right, we still gotta expand this lead or capitalize on this lead, because it was still like 5 minutes left, and he brought him back into the game while Tyrese Maxey was hot. The second Paul George gets back into the game, he goes to like a post ISO and bricks a turnaround fadeaway. I'm like, what are you doing right now, bro? Just ball. They're winning this game. You are winning this game on ball movement. There's no need for you to ISO, especially coming directly off of the bench. But he's done that a couple of times where like other players are hot, and he just takes it upon himself to be like, all right, it's my turn now. But it's something that he's just going to have to learn moving forward with this team. And it's all about consistency and these guys gelling. Like I already talked about in the previous video, you can see the 2-man game and the chemistry with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey constantly. And they're just going to have to learn that with Paul George. Where does Paul George like the ball? When does he want to attack? When can he get some shots in rhythm? And he has some good shots versus the Boston Celtics. He just has to start hitting them, right? He just has to be more consistent. I don't want to say that I'm worried about him yet, because I understand like it's like an entirely new team. These guys have only played, that was their 4th game together, like fully, I believe, something like that. But they will be okay. I'm not worried. I'm not going to hit the panic button on him yet, because I do understand it's a long season. He'll eventually to figure it out and what he wants to do. Now, Caleb Martin also had a huge game last night. 7 threes, the Boston Killer, the Boston Strangler, as Joel Embiid called him. Huge game from Caleb Martin. He went to Wakanda. They gave him the Winter Soldier arm, and he came back a completely new player. So hype about that. And it's just dope to see that the Sixers have players that hate the Celtics, and we finally have our Boston Scott of the Eagles versus the New York Giants. Now the Sixers have Caleb Martin versus the Boston Celtics, and it's dope. It's dope. But yeah, really good game from him. Yabusele, Kelly Oubre didn't have a bad offense. He had a bad offensive game, but was really good defensively. Was really good rebounding. Same for Paul George as well. I didn't want to just harp on him. He was great defensively. What I didn't like from Paul George as well is the Sixers signed him to that max money for him to be a great two-way player. And while Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum were getting off a little bit in that second and third quarter, he was over in the corner guarding Al Horford or like Peyton Pritchard. And I'm like, bro, have him go guard one of them, even though you have to switch everything, but at least won't die on the screen. Like he'll try to get over the screen. That way Joel Embiid isn't in drop and isn't in help so much. But he can just easily get around the screen. But they're just going to have to figure it out. Not mad, but really dope win yesterday from the Sixers on Christmas Day. The year is back on. They just have to get a little run ahead. They have the Jazz and the Blazers next. They have to at least go 4-1 in this next stretch, I believe. But they're back. They're right there to be able to be in the play-in for that 10 seed. I'm thinking they're going to end as a 6 seed and miss the play-in altogether. But that's just me being hopeful. I really like what this team looks like when they are fully healthy with Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George, man. The defense is elite. Once the offense finally clicks, they're just going to start blowing teams out because it's too much. It's too much to worry about, too much to handle, especially when Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid are playing at this level. Once Paul George catches up, they're essentially going to look unstoppable, especially if you have guys like Caleb Martin, Yabusele. You're able to go trade for another guard or sign another guard. Once they get everybody together and everybody on one page, they are going to be really dangerous. But let me know what you think about the Sixers team in the comment section below. Are they going to miss the play-in entirely and get that 6 seed? Do you think they still have a chance to win a championship this season? Let me know in the comments below. Who is your favorite player that you watched yesterday? Who had the best performance? I'll holler at y'all. Make sure I hit that like and subscribe button.